Hey everyone, this is your girl SolieSims and welcome back to my channel. Welcome back to another speed build. Today we are doing an A-frame house on a cabin rather in Granite Falls, and it is going to be set in winter. It's one of my winter builds. It's just that it's easier for me to build in spring or summer, so I have an idea of what type of plants, how my plants will look when it's not just winter, but how it will all come together. Now I believe this is my first time doing an A-frame house. I think I don't remember doing one before, and I don't think that I've built much in Granite Falls. I realized whilst I was doing this that there are lots of worlds in this game that I have not touched yet in regards to building, so we will see how it goes as we go along. As per usual, I've laid out the things that I want to put into the build in regards to the type of windows, doors, wallpaper and flooring, and as we progress through the build I do eventually pre-do the rooms. In that I mean I've pulled out the items that I want to use in the different rooms, so it was just easier for me to pull it and set it there, simply because I have a lot of CC and it takes me a long time to go through until I'm satisfied with the things that I've put in, so I apologize for that. The other thing that I do off camera is my landscaping, but of course guys, if it's a case where you prefer to see landscaping being done in the build, you just let me know. I will totally do it. It's just that it's just for me, it's not my favorite thing to do, and I do struggle a bit with it in that I change my mind a lot about the items that I want to put down. Sometimes I put down something then I completely scrap it and like I literally do the whole landscaping over sometimes. I did bring in the end my sim self to test this build out and see how well it played, and I had some issues with the loft area where I put the bed. My sim would not go up in the loft area. The sink in the kitchen, although she would not go to wash the dishes when instructed, when it's a case where she does it on her own, on free will, she will go use the sink in the kitchen. I don't know what that is. I don't know if that's a glitch. I don't know what's happening with that. The fireplace, I did have to size it down again. I believe I may have placed the center table too close to the fireplace, so she cannot light it as yet. Now the thing is, because I brought her here on vacation, I cannot edit the house, so of course it'll have to be a case where when I jump back in I do all the changes, but before I put this up for download, everything should be working fine. I'm going to make sure of it. What I loved about this place, of course it's a vacation rental. Now it costs about $701 per night, and I had my sim stay there for about 3 nights. That came up to 2,100 simoleons, and I'm like, oh, thank God this girl is a real estate agent. She flips houses basically. Otherwise, I don't know, that's a lot of money for like 3 days. But in my mind, this is supposed to be like a romantic getaway for a couple, not necessarily, because it's not kid friendly, it's not pet friendly. I did have to push things through because it was poking out through the back end of the roof, so I sorted everything in there out. So it's not kid friendly and not pet friendly, like I was saying. It is simply a space for maybe a couple or single sim to come in and spend some quality time together. I did make a pantry, a sort of like pantry, and a coat hanging area, or for anything else for utilities. I also put in, because there was extra space in the A-frame where the frame rests against the wall, and I felt like you can utilize this in different ways, so that's what I decided to do. They are not functional, obviously, because it's just decorative, of course, and so there is a place where there are lots of games and stuff that are in. There is the pantry, and there is the closet where the Christmas decorations are stored, as well as coats, etc. When you come in, you put in your coat there and everything. I did put a vinyl player and records, but the vinyl player is underneath right here, underneath the table, underneath the stairs, sorry, for some reason. And you guys can tell me if it is something like you have an idea of why this is happening. But there are times when I would, any little movement I make with anything, it would immediately take off the stairs. Again, I know the stairs are for now mostly decorated because my sim cannot go up there right now, but I would still love to know, like, why does it do that? Is it, I'm assuming there is some, it's just not allowed for placement, but I literally made the loft with a platform, so I don't know what could be the problem with that. I did a lot of clutter items as well. In the kitchen particularly, I've taken a lot of cluttering in the kitchen area, and I did change the roof. Initially I had like a bit of glass coming in through the middle, but it definitely would not allow me to place the test steps when it took it out, so I shifted it so it's just like one or two simple glass panes going along in the living room, which you guys will see towards the end. I'm really loving how everything came together. I did put in a picnic basket as well, so your sim can choose to go on a picnic as well. Like, just all of this is feeding into the whole, this is a romantic getaway type of vibe. Also, the other thing I want to say is that I did speed up my video just a little bit faster than normal. If this is too fast for you guys, again, please feel free to let me know so that I can adjust it accordingly. We're about to approach the end of the video already. It's pretty close to that. A lot of the other things, like I said, in terms of the landscaping, etc., all the finishing touches were done off camera. So if it's something that you need to see, you really would like to see, just let me know. I'll be happy to include it in. Stay tuned for the screenshots so you can have a better idea of everything that I did in here. And I just hope that you enjoyed this as much as I did creating it, and I'll see you again, guys. Goodbye.